In mushroom farming, spawn is the equivalent of a seed, but it doesn't grow like a plant. Today, I'm going to teach you everything about mushroom spawn, and trust me, you will want to watch until the very end because here I will tell you exactly which spawn generation to ask for and which one to reject. This simple choice will make or break your harvest. I think this particular time is the right time for you to get your pen and paper if you have not gotten it. Alright, so spawn is substrate, usually grain or sawdust that is already fully colonized with myceliums. You know myceliums now, the white fluffy thread-like network you see. Yes, that's mycelium. The vegetative body of the mushroom. That's mycelium. It's the part that does all the work before mushrooms appear. So when you add spawn to your substrate bag, you are basically transplanting an already growing fungi network into a fresh food source. The mycelium wakes up, recognizes the new substrate and starts spreading through it, consuming it, breaking it down, and eventually producing mushroom at the end. So here's the thing. Understanding spawn is fundamental because the quality of your spawn determines the quality of your harvest. Old spawn, poor spawn, contaminated spawn, this will give you poor results every time, no matter how perfect you mix your substrates. That's why I feel it's important that we sit and talk about spawn. So I have worked with hundreds of beginners and of course commercial farmers, mushroom farmers in Nigeria, and the one mistake I see is bad spawn. Today, by the end of this video, you will know how to identify healthy spawn, which type of spawn to use for your operation, which spawn generation to buy, and which to avoid. And if you follow this, your bags will colonize faster, your mushrooms will grow bigger, and your yields will improve drastically. Secret number 1, I'm going to talk about how to check if your spawn is healthy. Before you add spawn to a single bag, you need to know how to check if it's actually good or bad. Bad spawn is the most expensive mistake in mushroom farming. You lose the spawn, the bag, and your time, the effort you put in. So healthy spawn is fully white and fluffy throughout. When you open the bag or the jar, it should smell earthy and mushroomy, you understand? When you press it together, the mycelium should be so thick that it holds the grains in clumps. That is a strong, vigorous spawn. But if it's yellow or light brown patch, especially wet-looking areas, that means there's a metabolic secretion going on. Its early stage is not bad, but that means that mushroom spawn is already stressed. If it's green, black, pink, if it's pink and it's for pink oyster, it's understandable. But if it's not pink oyster, don't use it. That's contamination. And using it, if you use a contaminated spawn, you're just wasting your time. That's just the truth of it, the matter. If it's green, black, pink, when it's not a pink oyster mushroom, please trash it. Don't use it. Secret number 2 we'll talk about is the different types of spawn. So, not all spawns behave the same way. Using the wrong type can mean slower colonization, lower yields, or harder inoculation. There are 3 main types used in oyster mushroom farming. There is the grain spawn, there is the sawdust spawn, and there is the wood spawn. So the grain spawn usually sorghum, wheat, millet, fully colonized with mycelium. This is the most common and recommended, especially for beginners. It spreads faster and it gives even colonization. There's sawdust spawn, similar to your substrate, but it's slower than grain spawns. And then there's a plug or the wooden spawn. You use it for logs and wood blocks for big farms, but here in Nigeria, we don't really press it that much. And here in Nigeria, especially for beginners, grain spawn is your best bet. It's easier to colonize, it's easier to source, it spreads faster. A quick mini checklist action for you. Identify your spawn type before ordering. Beginners, please stick to grain spawns. Use sawdust only for scale. In fact, leave sawdust substrate spawns alone right now. Just use your sawdust as your substrate. Then the other secret we'll be talking about right now is your spawn generation. Spawn generations are the difference between first generation spawn and multiply spawn. And this is like a game changer. Every spawn starts from a mushroom itself. So using tissue culture or spore germination, we isolate pure mycelium directly from a healthy fruiting body. That's your first generation, G1. And it's the strongest, most vigorous, genetically pure spawn and colonizes faster than anything you can imagine. Then when you use G1 to inoculate new substrates, that becomes second generation, G2. It's still very good. A lot of commercial farms use it. Still, in fact, excellent. When you use G2 to produce G3, we can thank God for it. But the more you keep, multiplying, that's where the issues come in. And that's why you need to know your generation of the spawn before you buy it. Okay. You can manage from G1, excellent, G2, G3, you can manage. G4, G5, please avoid all those ones. Avoid all those ones, because that's when you start having your problem. All your problems starts coming out when you keep going down the generation. So let's talk about another secret, which is recognizing all those stress spawns before inoculations. So even healthy spawns can, of course, be stressed if stored poorly. But here's what to check before you inoculate. Smell it. Look at the texture. Look at the color. And you know if you should go ahead to use a particular spawn. And action steps with your mini checklist. Smell every batch before you use. Inspect for fluffiness and the color. People start asking me, oh, my spawn looks perfect, but colonization is still slow. The next secret will reveal the reason why it's like that. And this secret is how your spawn quality affects your yield. Strong, healthy spawns, they colonize faster. I've already said that. They produce more mushroom. They resist contaminations. While weak or old spawns, of course, that's the opposite. The opposite just happens. So, let me just give you like a very mathematical one. 1 kg of G1 grain spawn can colonize 50 kg of substrate in 14 to 17 days. Why 1 kg of G4 spawns can take over 20 days with 10 to 15% lower yields. So what's your takeaway? Never cut corners on spawn is your farm's foundation. So what would I advise you? Always use G1, G2 to G3. Monitor your colonization speed. Discard old contaminated batch immediately. So many farmers think substrate is just mixing and watering is the key to your success. In reality, spawn quality matters more than anything else. Think of it this way. You wouldn't plant weak seed in your farm expecting record harvest. Mushroom spawn work the same way. Invest in good spawns, learn to check it, understand generations, and the rest becomes easier. The spawn I sell, I always tell you the generation, and majority of the spawn we sell is always G2, G3. We don't sell G4. We sell G1 on special occasions, and of course it's more expensive. So DM me spawn or use the link in the bio to get your own spawn. So if this video has helped you, subscribe and turn on your notification. I post every day, and every video builds on the last one. So if you want to start growing this week, the link to order fruiting bag and spawn is in the description. Questions, drop them in the comments.